a new business could have a brilliant idea, an addressable market, a strong connection to customers, and still fail. And that's because the founding team can make or break when determining the success of a startup. FinTech advisor and angel investor Lynda Coker is with us to explain why and how. Lynda, thanks for coming in.
No, thanks for having me.
Now, your colleague Dirk from Seed Space talked about having a hustler and
I just remember your three
H's,
amigos.
the three amigos. But tell us about putting the team together, because it is the really important part of building a startup.
Yeah, sure. And look, Dirk apologises he can't be here. I mean, he's
we'd much rather have
in
you.
Geneva at the moment,
Yeah.
so the time zone doesn't quite work. But look, I think the point he was trying to make, and look, hustler, hacker, hipster, they're just terms, really.
Good alliteration, though.
Yes. And the hustler is the go-to-market growth hacker salesperson. The hipster's the design, user experience sort of product person, and the hacker obviously is the sort of the dev team and the tech person that sort of works very closely with the others to build and create that vision, bring it to life. But I think the point he was trying to make is that all of those skill sets are important, and they all need to work together in terms of, I think, having a successful startup. And I think the sign of a good founder is being able to identify those gaps and being able to source those skills. And it's really difficult to find teams at that early stage that have all of those skill sets. And I think the team is really the important decision in that investment decision, because you can have a great idea and you can have a really good market opportunity for that idea, but if you don't have confidence in the team's ability to execute on that idea, then that's a problem.
Is it more than just the skills as well? Because obviously you don't want someone that's got the skills but is just going to be isolated when it is, say, a 3-5 man starting team. Does it come down to, I guess, personalities and culture a bit as well?
Of course. You have to have the right personality and culture, and at the same point as a diverse team, because I think a diverse team is diversity of perspective and diversity of backgrounds too. Do you know what I mean?
And
to work together. Yeah, exactly. And let's choose the hustler as an example. You can't just be a good salesperson. You have to actually kind of understand the product and talk to the technology and talk to the market that's going to actually pay for this product and identify it and grow it. So yeah, I think it's hard to find the rock stars that have all of those together, but being able to really bring in the right people and have the founders that drive that forward, and maybe need to pivot where necessary is important.
When we talk to investors, they talk about the primacy of team as part of their investment decisions. Take us through how you look at it, the prisms. I mean, you've flagged most of the parameters, but just take us through how you look at the team as they're pitching to you with their great idea that all seems like an absolute winner. What are you looking at in them?
I think you're looking at a lot of things, but I think the basic things are not just, as you say, the wow factor, and they've really identified a gap in the market that's got legs and potential, but also how they're going to do it, how they're going to commercialize it, how they're going to take it to market. Is it scalable? Is the business model right? Have they identified the right partners and way to get there? And there's a lot of people that might have actually done that, but have problems articulating that too. So and having the right capital raising strategy too. I think sometimes I think sort of investor and founder, it's like a marriage actually. Try and get them off your cap table, that's hard. So actually you want it's not just about providing money. You want an investor that's going to help you go to market, help you with the next round, and will continue with you on that journey. That's important.
Bring all of those diverse little bits together. Just for you guys, quickly before I let you go, anything exciting coming up in the next few months? What are your spaces are you looking at? We won't give too much away, but where are you thinking at the moment for Seed Space?
So look, we hone in on the fintech vertical, still a broad vertical, but there's lots happening in this space. I'm disappointed I missed the earlier segment. You were talking to
Conrad from Macro, or
well, I did see him. Yeah. I couldn't quite hear things in the waiting area.
But
Westpac, exactly,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So, and with open banking, that's a really interesting space. I mean, Doe, one of the investment portfolio, is a banking as a service platform, but they're not a bank. And I think there is a competitive advantage in being a bank and a banking as a service platform. You don't need to be. but I think it's a speed to market situation at the moment, because all of the banks, not just Westpac, are thinking about how do we build this, how do we partner, how do we pivot this to a platform-based strategy. And you look at Volt is trying to do that, but you look at, unfortunately, Zinja and I'm very sad for Zinja. 86400 they've sold to Ubank, but they were direct-to-customer apps. They weren't platforms. So let's actually see what happens in that platform space.
All right, well, Lynda Coker, thank you so much for coming to join us at Startup Daily. All the best, and let's make it a regular habit to chat with you.
No problem.
Well,
thanks for having me.
We'll actually be speaking to Lynda on International Women's Day.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, so don't worry, we'll have plenty of wonderful guests on that day as well.